fencing fans, we are getting set up for Longsword. We are running about an hour late off of the schedule. Ted unfortunately was not feeling well. We sent him home so he could get some rest, and hopefully he will be feeling better soon. It's just a cold, but it was not fun. So after some minor technical equipment, and we should be good to go. Again, there's not a whole lot we can do on any of the packet drops or delays, but we are good to go.
Does anyone know Daniel? He is with East Bay Historical Fencing.
Where the fuck is Danny?
Please excuse us for a minute. We are trying to find Daniel right now. We found him. Okay, so now that Daniel is checked in, Longsword pool should be announced shortly.
Okay, just got a bunch of people joining the stream. Like I had stated earlier, when the stream started and no one was around. We are just getting started. Check-in is just about done. If you were here yesterday in the live stream, we did change the position on a few of the cameras. Ring 1, ring 2, and ring 3. Slightly adjusted. Hopefully we won't have the same issue in ring 3 where the judge kept stepping in front of the camera. It is, honestly, not a perfect solution. Only having one camera per ring. But we should have a bit better view. Alright, looks like the pools are being populated here, so let's look at the pool roster. There is a total of 42 fighters today. And it looks like between 4 and 5 fighters per pool, and there are 10 pools. Okay.
Yes, there appears to be about 10 more people in Longsword than there was in Rapier, so we can expect this to go a little bit longer than yesterday, potentially, but hopefully not too late. Looks like Longsword pools were just populated. In pool 1, we have Jeremy Pace, Patrick McAfee, Amelia Crate, Sawyer Feathernam. I can't say his name, unfortunately. It's cut off. Stephen Williams is the last for pool 1. And then pool 2, we have Chandler Brown, Jim Petrovich, Ronan Richards, Kiner Hansen. Pool 3, we have Dashiell Harrison, Elliot Robinson, Claire Leahy, Antonio Alvarez. Pool 4, we have Mitchell Allen, Steve Obsert. I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. Henry Sparks, and Jared Montgomery. Those are the first 4 pools. Well, it appears that I am in pool 6, so I will need to step away from the stream when I am called up. And Peter Morrow is in pool 7. Hopefully we will not be fighting at the same time.
Well, luckily Ronan should be done by then.
Yes, they will have 3 pools active at a time, so Ronan is in the first set of pools before us and able to take over.
All right, we are just adjusting our audio levels here. So if you're hearing us any better, please let us know. When we reset the ATEM, we also reset some of our volumes. So I'm just going to push our volumes up a bit. Yep. One of the fencers standing around hop up on one of the streams and give us a rundown. Ronan, can you hop on the stream and check our volume? Check volume on the stream. Thank you. All right, we did some adjusting, and it looks like we might be okay. Krista in the chat, thank you very much. Metal Factor, your mother.
Pools are up and ready to go. Longsword is about to begin.
All right, we are about to begin Longsword.
Pool 1, ring 1. We're going to have Jeremy Pace, Patrick McCaffrey, Sawyer Phantom. How do you pronounce your last name, Sawyer?
Michael is calling the pools. First pool.
We got Chandler Brown, Jim Petrovich, Ronan Richards, and Kiner Hansen. In pool 3, ring 3, we have Dashiell Harrison, Sean Ellis, Claire Leahy, and Antonio Alvarez.
All right, and we're going to be watching pool 2. And it should be pretty exciting.
Should probably also switch over to the other pools at some point. Although we have one of our dear friends, Ronan, fencing in that, we would like to give some attention to the other pools whenever there is a slow period.
Yeah. Right. And yeah, that is generally what we do. Right now, we're just waiting. Everyone is checking into their pool, gearing up. And, you know, I see some excellent poofy pants. It's always nice to see. While we're in the dead time, why don't we talk about one of our sponsors, Noble Science Fencing Academy. They are hosting this tournament here in the fine city of Carson City, Nevada. And if you what you should do on vacation, you might try checking out Carson City, Nevada. One of our sponsors is Visit Carson City, Nevada. They are helping us in a lot of ways, including hopefully helping us improve the stream quality for Fraufect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Castile Armory is another one of the sponsors today for this tournament here, and are really great people. They do sometimes come out personally and visit the different schools and tournaments when time allows. And if you need a sword, I highly recommend any of their rapier line.
Yes, I agree. For the money, the Castile rapiers are some of the best on the market currently.
Yeah, and that's the economy rapier, I believe you're mentioning, yes?
Yes. They have gone up in price, but they are still the same high quality.
We also want to thank the HEMA Alliance for sponsoring Battleborn 4. The HEMA Alliance has a lot of great resources for clubs, both old and new. If you're having trouble finding insurance, for instance, the HEMA Alliance is a great resource. Caveton Armory is another big sponsor here, and you know, I have to say my favorite arming sword is a Caveton arming sword. On moving out of Georgia into
Serbia,
yeah. And in fact, that was one of the trivia questions today, wasn't it, Alec?
Yes, it was. Luckily, I got that one correct.
Well, good. Well, at least you got one of them correct. I'm kidding. He tied for second.
Yes, the questions this year are much tougher compared to last year.
Yeah.
Michael definitely stepped it up. He knows us in that trivia contest have history degrees. I am not one of them, but Michael does have a history degree, and he threw us plenty of curveballs and zingers. But fun fact, Noble Science is one of the only distributors of Caveton products here in the West Coast. I think even in the United States currently. Don't quote me on that, but they do regularly receive shipments of Caveton weapons, and if you are interested in purchasing, please contact. They can usually order them for you.
That's right. And, you know, again, it's a good problem to have when there are too many good quality suppliers in a sport.
That is true. We are very, very blessed for the selection of swords we have available to us now in 2024 compared to just even like half a compared to what we have now. And the overall quality is increased dramatically when it comes to the type of swords that you have available to purchase in general. Looks like the school affiliation's not showing up.
All right, and while we're here, waiting for things to start, let's talk about Wakusi Armory. You know, they have some fantastic pieces of equipment, including, as Ted calls it, the famous Cobra Commander mask. I know that's also not its real name, but it really does offer some great protection if you're looking to keep your head concussion-free.
Yeah, a few members of our club at Sacramento have tried them, and a few of our friends at other clubs have tried them as well, and they say the protection is phenomenal. You don't even feel you get hit sometimes.
Which may or may not be the best, but honestly, I would rather not feel pain.
True, and especially concussions. You definitely do not want concussions, and the full protection the Wakusi mask provides gives you some of the best protection against concussions. There's really no angle for that sword to purchase on your mask.
Now, again, this is a very self-serving plug here, but you know, Small Sword Pete's Quality Meats is a sponsor of this fine tournament, and we are providing a lot of different. So right now, looks like we have Chandler versus
Kiner.
Kiner. I'm not sure is that Kiner.
I believe that's how his name is pronounced.
And people are standing in the way
Wait.
of the scoreboard. What you're seeing displayed on the screen is not actually who is fencing right now. Unfortunately, it does appear that that part is frozen.
Yes, it appears there is a technical problem.
All right. Oh,
I believe who we are watching.
Chandler Brown is in the red for sure.
Yes, we are watching Chandler Brown and Jim Petrovich. Correction, please ignore what's on the screen. We will try to get that fixed momentarily.
Yep.
All fencers, just as a reminder, if you break your opponent, you will lose your match. Don't do it.
Yes, they take safety very seriously here at Noble Science, and Michael was just reminding fencers to, you know, while this is a competition and people are fencing at high intensities, you do not want to hurt your opponent.
All right, we have a flurry of exchanges there. And Chandler Brown takes it 16-5.
Yes,
All right.
that's a very good match. Both are very confident, very fast fencers.
This is very true. All right. Alrighty.
Looks like we have Jim and Kiner.
Jim and Kiner. Kiner in red. Oh, and we have a strike to the hand.
Yep. Yeah, Jim is well known for his hand strike. He's very good and very quick at pulling those off.
That's true.
Like it actually hit between the hands actually on the sword guard, but I believe they called it.
Okay. All right. Some probing actions. Oh, and a thrust. Did it land? Looks like, yes, it did. Is 4-9 in favor of red fencer. All right. Oh. Yep, that's the double.
Yep.
Yep, that was a pretty quick simultaneous action right there. All right, and here we are. They're coming in range. Oh, red to blue, but it did not land, and it looks like the next few engagements were.
Ooh. Looks like an attempted thrust from Kiner. Yep. Another hand shot. Yep, yet another hand shot.
All right, we are back, and it is Jim with 15 beating Kiner to 8. All right, next up we have Kiner Hansen in red and Ronan Richards in blue. Ronan Richards likes to be known affectionately as the Rat King.
That he does. And you've probably heard his voice on this stream at some point.
Yep, he is usually the guy yucking it up, as in jokes, not making people gag.
Maybe in certain crowds, but this one he seems to be.
That's right, and you know, normally Ronan does play the role of the funny man.
He is very funny.
Right, but I'm not talking about how he looks.
Yep.
All right, so the match is getting ready. That's right, Emmett, go Rat King. Not that we're biased. All right, and looting, and looks like a false start by Ronan.
They happen.
They do.
Sometimes fencers just get a little bit eager and just want to jump into the ring.
Yep, and here we go. They're both closing in on that center line. Center, a couple of exchanges, and it looks like Ronan might have popped Kiner in the hand. Yep. And there's 1 point for Ronan. Yep. Another flurry of exchanges.
Yep.
I am definitely biased.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, and looks like, yes, Ronan got another cut to the hand delivered to Kiner.
Yep.
Ronan clearly taking the, oh no, it was a deep target. Oh, and Kiner with an attempted thrust was, at least as far as we can tell. Simultaneous cuts were delivered.
Yep.
Looks like Ronan is acknowledging a hit to his arm, and that would be a double if I'm reading the judge's motions correct.
Yeah, it appeared to be a double. It looked about the same tempo.
It really did, and you know, yep, there is a self-call by Kiner. I love seeing self-calls. I am totally biased towards self-calls. And that brings Ronan up to 6.
Yes. Yeah, many
Attempted
fencers.
thrust.
Ooh. Yeah, when it comes to self-calls, many fencers have mixed feelings on it, and there's a variety of opinions and good reasons for both sides. But it is very nice to see it when both fencers are acknowledging the hits of the other.
I don't know what just happened.
Dealing with technical problems, but we will have it fixed shortly. There we go. It appears one of our cameras just went to sleep.
All right, and Ronan took 8-0, right?
Correct.
And he is going to be fighting again.
Yep. Yep. This time, Ronan is fighting Jim. This will be an interesting match because both are fencers who are also very tall and known for their long reach and also for their ability to strike to the hands from very.
Are they very tall?
Ronan's over 6 foot, if I remember correctly, and so is Jim.
Yeah? Is that very tall?
Compared to some people, Peter.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not to you.
Alrighty. Why is the time running? I have no idea.
It appears the judge braiding about the last exchange.
Okay. Okay.
Perhaps there is some confusion about the scoring.
Could be. All right. Looks like they're ready to go. And we do appear to be having a match between similarly height heighted individuals coming out strong. Lots of parrying.
Yes.
It did look like Ronan may have parried that blow, but it's hard to tell what the judges saw. Looks like,
They threw the exchange out.
okay, no exchange. Oh, and Jim with a hand snipe.
Yep.
Yeah.
These fencers are very well matched in terms of their energy, so this will be a very interesting match.
Yes, it will be. Jim is up 1 point.
Oh, it looks like we did collision in ring 3. And fencers.
I just freaked Alec out with some sparkles.
I was not
Sparkles
expecting
for
that.
Ronan. I did, however, turn it down so it won't blast our ears out.
Yeah, that is unfortunately the problem.
Okay.
When we were testing it, it blew my ears out almost.
Okay. In that exchange, it may have washed out. Ronan.
Yep.
All right.
There was no consensus on that exchange, it looked like.
No, it looks like Ronan was awarded 1 point. So it's 2-1 in Ronan's favor coming into this most recent exchange. Judges are having a discussion, a deliberation. Time has been. All right. Looks like
Ronan received the point.
Ronan is up to 3 points with 40 seconds left.
Yep.
All right, this is a very low scoring round. Ronan again delivering another cut. Motioning towards the torso. Ronan may have been Yep, Ronan did receive a cut with afterblow, and then another cut to torso by Ronan.
Yep.
Looks like he parried it. Maybe not.
Yeah, it is difficult to see what's going on here in this match because these fighters are striking with a single intention for the most part and following up with maybe 1 or 2 actions at most.
Oh, and that looks like a strike against Ronan.
Yes, looks like a blow after blow.
Yeah, we're at 2-5 with no time. Match blue.
Match
okay.
blue.
Yes, the final score was 5-3 in Ronan's favor.
Yep.
All right. All right, up now we'll have Kiner in blue and Chandler Brown in red. Kiner's from Noble Science, I believe.
That is correct.
And Chandler is one of our on-guard fencer friends. Chandler is known for his athletic ability.
Yes.
He is a very fast, very precise fencer, which serves him well in both longsword and rapier. All right, and the salute. Chandler being kind of playful, probing in.
Yes.
Up. Goes for that hand hit. Looks like it was, looks like it was successful. 1 point Chandler.
It looks like the score just changed back to 0, Peter.
Well, son of a gun. Oh! Looks like we had a thrust to the upper opening.
Yes.
Apparently the judges weren't. But it was, Chandler's up 8 points. So I do believe it was. And then again.
Ooh.
That was messy.
It looked like an attempted thrust from Chandler, which missed, followed by a double.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, Chandler is very dangerous to those thrusts.
All right.
Not sure what happened there.
The time probably ran out.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like Chandler did get a final blow in,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think this last exchange is going to affect the score much. But they're fighting again. I'm not sure what's going on there.
That looked messy to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that definitely landed. Match red.
All right, Match Chandler. Great job. Yeah, thanks. On deck we have Chandler Brown and Ronan Richards. So they're. I would not be surprised if Chandler just gets some hydration. You don't think about it when you're signing up for tournaments, but
You don't think about what, Peter?
but the altitude really does play a role in both your endurance and your ability to breathe.
Yeah, I believe we're just under 5,000 feet here in exact elevation, but I know it is quite a bit higher than where we are used to in the Valley of California, where it is near sea level.
That's right. Sacramento River Valley is not nearly as high, and we are close to a mile. Skinny Biscuit, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do. We are relying on the Wi-Fi in the facility. Our network bonding hardware is compatible with the Wi-Fi, so we're at the mercy of the signal here.
Yes, that is unfortunate, but we are glad they at least attempted to improve the streaming quality for this event by giving us better Wi-Fi, but we were at the mercy of what we had available.
So Chandler takes a cut, or delivers a cut to the hand to Ronan.
Ooh.
They're closing in.
That looked like an attempted pommel by Chandler.
Yeah, it looks like Ronan may have scored. Yep, Ronan is made a successful deep target attack, and Chandler is now. Oh, yes.
Yep.
Chandler is not giving him any quarter.
Yep. Ooh. That Zerk almost landed, looked like.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Score is still 5-4 in Chandler's favor. About a minute left to go on the clock. Okay. Looks like Ronan scored another deep target. If Ronan is able to maintain a lead, this will help his HEMA ratings.
It definitely would.
All right, Chandler scored deep target, so it is 9-8 in Chandler's favor. We have a strike from Chandler. It's going to be hard for Ronan to pull that out. Yep. So we got, match red. There was enough of a difference in points.
Yes.
That was a pretty good match.
Yep. Very quick, fast, really snappy works, which were difficult for Ronan to deal with.
He did, and that is the end of the pool. So we're going to check on some of the other rings, see what's going on. Looks like they are performing some floor sweeping in pool 3.
Which is a good idea considering how many fencers have been slipping.
Yep, there's a lot of dust going around.
It is a factor of the climate here in Carson City. We are in the desert.
There we are. Looks like we've got Claire in red and
Sean Ellis.
Sean Ellis in blue.
Both fighters are from Southern California, and they know each other well, so this will be an interesting matchup.
Yep. And then it looks like their scores are 0-0. I don't know what's happened with the tie and death. Oh, we have 1 point.
For Sean?
Yep. And another exchange. You know, sometimes when you collide with both fencers acting or attempting to act in the vor, you do get what looks a bit like a train wreck. And it is hard to parse out exactly what happened.
Yeah, those actions are very hard to call, and especially hard to make a definitive determination of what happened, because when swords get tangled and they graze against various body parts, there's a lot of questions about the martial quality of that, or whether it's incidental. The judges try their best. We are only human, and we don't see everything.
Yep, and this is better matches
Yes.
to watch at the moment.
Yes, Sean and Claire are both generally very clean fencers. And the fact that they know each other and have fought each other before, well, means that they are a little bit more cautious when dealing with each other, probably.
Yep, looks like Sean made a touch. Was it a high or low priority? Let's find out. Oh, and it is a high priority.
Yep.
Sean is up 5. It looks like they got... So we have about a minute left in the match. And while we're waiting, let's talk about... Oh, that's the match, maybe?
Yes.
Yep, that's the match.
Match
Let's
goes to
talk
Sean.
about Oxen Plow. You know, Oxen Plow is probably one of the best places to go buy your favorite HEMA-related swag. And love their shirts. And that is the end of Pool 3. So we're going to hop over to Ring 1 because it looks like there's still some action going on there. We have Amelia versus Patrick Caffrey. Now, Patrick McCaffrey is an East Coaster, and he does a podcast called The HEMAcast.
Yes, I believe he had Jeremy Pace on his podcast earlier. He was interviewing him earlier today.
Right. And, he is a personal favorite of mine as far as podcasts go, so I was really excited to meet him today.
Yes.
All right. They're calling for Pool 5, so pretty soon here we're going to lose at least one of us. It is 2-6 in Patrick's favor. Amelia attempted thrust. Did it land? It may have. Like we have a tie, which means it's going to go to CFI.
Yeah, for those who don't know, CFI is a clean fighter indicator. It is a score to determine how many clean hits a fighter has delivered
versus
yes.
how many dirty hits they've delivered or received.
Yes.
So next up in that pool is Jeremy Pace and Sawyer Fetham. Ooh. All right. Come on. Where's the mouse? All right. So another sponsor while we're waiting is Woodsong Herbs. They have a variety of products available online. Look them up, Woodsong Herbs. And as they're setting up, we also have the Historical Fencing Network. We are providing the live stream here. This is our second tournament, and here we go. Jeremy Pace and Sawyer Fetham. All right. Attempted thrust. Doesn't look like it landed. All right. Simultaneous cut in. And it looks like we have a double. Lots of deliberation between the two. All right. And Jeremy Pace it looks like his attack did connect. All right, another attempted thrust by Sawyer. Jeremy Pace delivering a thrust of his own. The scores were zeroed out. Okay, the scores are still 0. Oh, Jeremy's at blow after blow. Looks like another thrust by Jeremy. Okay, waiting for the score to update.
Oh, looks like we had a fencer fall in ring 2, but he is all right. Got back up.
Jeremy Pace up 5, Sawyer 0. In ring 1, and they clash. There's a shove. There's a call of hold and separation. Either delivered to or by Red, I'm not sure. All right. Another flurry of action. All right, and the winner is Jeremy Pace. Patrick McCaffrey and Stephen Williams are up next. All right. Judges conferring, fist bumping as everyone gets in place. You know, I was looking through the fencer bios, and it doesn't look like I have one for Stephen Williams. It's unfortunate. All right.
I believe Stephen is a newer fencer. He fences with F3 Sword Academy out in the Bay Area.
Okay. Trying to control the line, dominate. Did not look very effective. Patrick wasn't falling for it, and was able to strike a deep target. They closed for grapple. Looks like Patrick scored another deep target. Judges deliberating, fencers ready, and fight. All right. In with 8-0. Oh, Stephen attempting an attack. Looks like it may have landed arm, perhaps. It's doing that thing again. All righty. Let's refresh that.
Sorry about that. The match is not quite over yet.
Oh, no, it might be. Yep.
Oh.
Yep, Patrick takes it.
There we go.
All right, next up in that pit, we have Amelia Crate and Sawyer Fetham. All right, while everyone's getting ready, we have Tyrant Industries. If you're not familiar with Industries, there are a lot of fantastic fencing-related materials being published. Richard Marsden, of course, is one of the driving forces behind that company. And we also have HEMA Bookshelf. And match has started. Okay. Initial actions. Looks like Amelia is up 1 point and Sawyer attacks. Simultaneous action. It's going to be another double.
Yep.
Alrighty. No, it wasn't. Oh, yes, it was. Okay, they can't make up their mind. Attempted thrust by Amelia, followed by a few Zverks. Hard to see what Sawyer was doing at that time.
Looks like Amelia parried that.
Yep. Another good parry by Amelia. Amelia Crate, 5-0. All right, judge deliberating with the table. One last match. Sawyer has 1 point on the board. Fishing for a strike. Amelia can. And that might be match Amelia. Oh, fixing up some gear. You know, that's the important thing when you're watching fencers is when you do see safety equipment coming off, it's always a good idea to stop the fight and fix it. Okay, one more exchange. Amelia up 9, and looks like she's going to take the match. Match red, very good fight. All right, up next we have Jeremy Pace and Stephen Williams. The missing no is wanting to know where you can follow the pools and bracket.
I believe a link was sent out to all tournaments and spectators in an email at the first day of the event, and it links to a spreadsheet.
All right. Another tournament sponsor is Fraufect. Fraufect is coming up this Labor Day weekend. It is a women's fencing tournament, and it is a lot of fun to watch. We will be here live streaming that one. All right. Jeremy Pace taking the initiative initially. Stephen being a little cautious, which is probably a good thing when you're fighting Jeremy.
Yes.
Oh, Jeremy with the thrust. Was it a double? There was some simultaneous action, but I don't think Stephen's thrust landed.
Yes.
All right. Circling is very popular. All right, Jeremy up 8 points, going into Vomtog. They've kind of shoulder tog. Then some Schlussel for a moment there. Changing guards is important to do in Longsword, and we have a crash.
That looked like an attempted pommel by Jeremy.
It looked cut.
Hard to see from this angle exactly
It
what
is,
going on.
but Jeremy does take the match. All right, on deck we have Amelia and Stephen. While we're waiting for that match to begin, we have Spes Historical Fencing Gear. Probably the premier place to get your historical fencing equipment, such as
Jackets,
pants.
I believe they
and,
sell other products now,
overlays for your mask. And of course, you can get your Spes equipment in the United States from Purple Heart Armory. Fantastic purveyor of all things HEMA. You can get a variety of different weapons and protective equipment from Purple Heart Armory at woodenswords.com. All right. Has started.
Yep.
Amelia changing guards, and that is to hopefully draw out an attack from your opponent, but it doesn't always work if your opponent isn't exactly sure what to do.
Yes.
And then Amelia landing that thrust, coming out strong. Looks like there were a couple different actions, blow after blow is what I'm seeing indicated.
Yes.
It looks like Amelia might have been awarded a point for that, unless it was called a double.
Stephen's adopting a very cautious point forward posture. Ooh.
Yep, and Amelia with another thrust to torso. All right. Missing no. I did see your comment there, and I am getting that link to post in just a moment. All right, and Amelia wins, and that is the end of that pool.
Yes.
There is action going on in ring 2, so we are going to switch over there. And the action has completed. Elliot has beat Allen. No, that's not what happened. Okay, so apparently we went to the end of that pool.
Yes.
All right. I am pretty sure that Alec and I are about to be called. I don't know where Ronan is. All right. We're going to check on the third, like we have a couple of fencers getting ready. We have Kevin in red and Tony in black, or blue rather. He's wearing black. Tony looks to have be taking a minute and is getting ready now. But Tony, again, is one of those nice guy fencers. There he goes, hugging before the match. If you haven't had a hug from Tony, man, you're missing out. He is a cuddler, folks. All right. And he's fun to fence with, too. Alrighty. Lining up. Probing cut from Kevin. Quick Unterswerk to the arm from Tony.
Welcome back, folks. And by welcome back, I mean welcome back to me. I'm back.
Oh, we have simultaneous action. However, it looks like Tony's hit might have been passed.
That's right. They do seem to be calling these shots a bit early.
All right, and there's that 4 points to Kevin. Another quick snipe of the hand by Tony. Tony taking advantage of his reach. All right. Some light probing by Tony. Oh. Getting into a grab. Tony being explained rules, perhaps, or protocol.
That was a bit of a messy action, Peter. I'm not sure what to think about that.
Okay, looks like Tony's being scolded for holding the sword.
I do believe sword holding is within the rules, as long as the sword is not in motion.
Okay, and then real quick, we have an Unter. Oh, it looks like it may have been a body. Cut to the body. Michael explaining what's going on. Tony up 6 points. 6-4. Fencers closing in. Creeping forward.
Now it looks like our initial thrust did not land, but it did seem like the riposte did.
All right. Deliberation. One judge didn't see it. Looks like they're throwing out the match, but Tony was in the lead at the end of throwing out the exchange. Tony was in the lead going into that, so Tony wins that match. You know, they turn here, and it is chilly.
It is a bit chilly. That's something I noticed sitting down. I just went from a hot jacket to a cold chair, and I feel like my heart's giving out.
All righty. Well, we have... That's the problem. Initial exchange between Danny and Steven. Looks like nothing is done. Yeah, I called him Danny. His name is Daniel. I've known Daniel for a number of years. He is an East Bay Fry-Fector fencer. And he has scored his first 4 points this tournament. And a crash. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
I don't think anything did, but they are indicating that they're strike. So it is 4-4 coming into this next exchange here. Four or 5 now. All right, 5-5.
This is a close match.
No, 5-4.
Oh!
It doesn't look like they can make up their minds.
That was a beautiful spheric covering his upper line.
Yep. Was it enough? I'm being called.
All right, then it looks like I am forced into the commentary spot alone. That's fine. I've got my glitter button with me, and that'll keep me company. Fantastic. All right, we're still watching this match, still going on. It seems like these matches are going on for a little bit longer than everything. It may be a longer timetable, or it may just be the nature of the weapon. Currently, our score is 5-12, or 5-8. Sorry, the scoreboard is fluctuating. The judges are talking a little bit. Listen to the sound of my own voice before they fence. And that's a match red. Daniel takes it. All right, who do we got next? Now, that may have been the end of pool. Let me check. Hold on. I'm going to move on to another camera. I'm not sure how to work this camera system. Yep, there we go. That's ring one. I do believe there's matches still going on.
Probably going to go.
Sorry for the absence there, folks. I was just congratulated on a Pool's win. Very thankful to that fencer. Very good match. And fantastic sportsmanship. All right, I'm going to move back. Oh. Oh, no. We're fencing. Okay. Now, I'm not entirely certain that the display is up to date. Let me check it. Move over to the other section. I've been left here alone with a bunch of buttons that aren't my glitter button, and I'm terrified, folks. All right, I've moved over to the other chair where I've got a better look at this system. Train, but I'm a Victorian child and I don't know what a train is. Hold on. Yeah, no, I'm so confused. I'm going to clear the screen here just so there isn't any inaccurate information. All right. I'm going to call these exchanges as I see them. This is only temporary, folks. We don't have a full staffing at this time. Peter is competing in his own elimination matches. Not elimination. Sorry, I'm still tired. Pools matches. I do believe that's taking place in Ring 2. But for now, we're getting this nice stock footage of Longsword in Pool 1. Oh, okay. So it is automatically... Fantastic. So I don't have to worry about this. Okay, so we're leveling out at a stream peak here, a viewership for today, and I am not prepared for it. Hold on. Nope. Now, is that the right ring? No, it's not. There we go. I don't know why it's saying end of pool. That does look like match blue. That would be the fencer in yellow. Deceptively enough. All right. I'm going to step out for just a moment, leaving you all alone and desperate to make sure that our cameras are up and rolling. I'll be back momentarily. Thank you for your patience, folks. Okay, I am back. How do I reset this? The display is wrong, but currently fighting is somebody that seems to be a crowd favorite. Dan in the yellow and black. All right, I'm going to switch over. Here we go. We've got Peter Morrow. Fencing, that's our former commentator who is supposed to be here operating the machine, so I don't have to freak out over here. But unfortunately, that cannot be done at this time. So I'm going to wait till he's done. Let me clear the screen here. Boop. That's not working. Anyway. Ignore the on-screen display. The score is 6-5 in favor of Blue. Blue being Peter. And that's match Peter. Now it looks like Peter is up once again. That's not good. Look, I've got somebody sitting in a chair in the way of the scoreboard. Oh, I can see it on the screen, I think. Hold on. There we go. That's an initial attack from Blue. Nope. Huh. That's not right. Oh, man. What is going on here? Sorry, folks. We're having technical difficulties. Okay, so we've got the time. We've got 45 seconds left on the clock. That's all I know. It looks like Blue's got 9 points. Red, I can't decipher. We're in a world of confusion right now. Peter's self-calling, it seems. Good honor on Peter's part. Man, I am freaking out. I need some glitter right now. Okay. All right, there we go. Our fighters seem to be taking a little chat. Peter recognizes that I'm scared, yet he doesn't care. Not nearly in the slightest. What? You know what? I'm going to be so real. I don't believe that screen is at all accurate. Kayla Maurice and Oliver Olick are absolutely not fencing. That's clearly Yanwen right there. Gonna say it one more time. Apologies for the technical difficulties. These should be cleared up by the time Peter is done with his pools. And I am out of this seat. The match is starting. I do believe Yanwen is the pick for this match. Oh, that initial thrust was beautiful. A perfect bend. It's to be expected from a well-regarded ex-Olympic fencer. Man, I really do hope that Peter does not make it out of pools, because that would mean Yanwen is in the lead. The score is 4-0. It looks like that's cut from red to blue. That should even out the score. No, that's called as a dirty strike from Yanwen to a red fencer whose name I simply do not know. That is 6-0 in favor of blue fencer. Oh, my God. Okay, so that's accurate. That's Yanwen. Oh, hold on. No, that's up next. Yanwen and Peter Morrow. My apologies. There we go. That is Ryan 1, Yanwen 0. Or 6, sorry. Freaking out still. We do have the scoreboard up and running again. I got it figured out. All is well. The universe is set back in order. All thanks to Ted Elsner of the Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy. Thank you so much, Ted. Otherwise, I was going to have a heart attack due to a sudden rush of anxiety and probably catch fire. All right, now we've got Peter Morrow and Yanwen. Again, Yanwen Shu seems to be the pick for this match, but it can go either way. Peter is a very experienced fencer. He's been in the academy for longer than most people. He's been in HEMA for longer than most people. Newcomer, at least to my knowledge. Let's see how this plays out. We've still got another. Oh, he's moving over. Okay, that's more in the way. There we go. You love to see people being conscientious. All right, the match is starting. Both fencers are feeling each other out. That looks like a thrust from Yanwen to Peter Morrow.
Yeah, Peter is calling.
Peter is known for his consistent, honorable calls.
Yes, Peter is a very honorable fencer. It is not ashamed to call hits against himself. as a teacher, who Peter is an instructor of mine, he does instill in his students that same integrity and expectation of his students.
It seems like the judges won't buy it. Yanwen delivering a thrust, and Peter's calling it himself. That will tip the scales in Yanwen's favor, I do believe. Oh, no, the judges don't like it.
Yeah, I saw both fencers smile a little bit.
All right, I guess we're still even. Yeah, that's a thrust to chest if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, in both directions, nonetheless.
Now, I could have sworn Peter's thrust was passe, but I might just be blind.
From our angle, it's really hard to see, Ronan.
That it is. I'm trying to watch the playback, but I'm having difficulty calling some of these shots. Yanwen is taking the lead. Current score is 4-8.
Yanwen is realizing that Peter has just as much reach as him.
Scores only 2 seconds left, and Peter is incapable of bringing it back. That is match Yanwen. Judges need to talk about this final exchange despite the fact that time has run out. And that is match Yanwen. Peter, get over here. How'd you feel about that last match, Peter? He just gave me a shrug, saying that was any other match. Wow, he is not fit for show business. Anyway.
Unlike you, Ronan.
Thank you very much, Alec. Thank you very much.
You're asking me questions while I'm not on the mic, dude.
Yeah, and? Do something about it. Huh? Meet me outside. Anyway, we've got Ryan and Austin. I'm sorry, Peter, I didn't mean it.
Perhaps after the tournament we can see that fight.
Yeah, exactly. We'll stream that too. Anyway, we've got Austin and Ryan. Ryan taking the initial lead.
Yep.
0-5 in favor of Blue Fencer.
Yep. Yeah, I believe Ryan is recovering from I believe he had foot surgery, and he is right now recovering still. He is not 100%, but he's doing very well nonetheless.
Oh, that's a match. He got the lead enough so that, wow, okay, I can't speak English. He won the match 9-0, and that is end of pool.
Yes.
Fantastic performance from Ryan, and really quick wrap-up. He must have had something else to do.
It is not the end of the pool.
Not the end of the pool.
Yep.
Okay. We apologize. I'm still learning this system.
Yes, we are both brand new to this, so please be patient with us. We are working with a skeleton crew.
Yanwen is back up again, fighting Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Yes, indeed, EM. I'm still a Victorian child, placed in front of a machine that
We'll be right back.
I'm incapable of operating. Now, I'm not sure what the call is on that first exchange.
The first exchange went to Yanwen.
Ah, I see.
A low priority. Either that or a double with high and low.
Yan Wen is up by 2.
And about to be up by more. Okay,
That's-
double, high priority.
Yan Wen seems to be very aggressive with the point in this match.
Yan Wen is always aggressive with the point, Rat.
That is true, but he does seem to pull back every now and again.
Yeah, well, he is trying to win, so he's going to go for the target that's easiest to attack, which is not a dig on him. It's actually very smart.
All right, so we've got a 6-1 on the scorecard. Oh, there it is. Yan Wen is up 6. Austin 1.
30 seconds on the clock.
It looks like Yan Wen's going to take this one.
You know, unless Austin does something incredible, it is they are still adjusting the score. Nobody knows what's going on, apparently. It is back to, oh, there we are. It is 10-1. Blue Fencer wins, and that's the end of pool.
All right, that's the end of that. Switch over to ring 1.
Now, Chris, there you go. All right. So, Ronan, you were asking me what my thoughts were on my last match. And, you know, that was probably the best I've done against Yan Wen.
Yeah, you did very well. You held your own.
Yeah, we doubled more than I think either of us wanted to, but, you know.
Now, I'd like to take a celebratory press of the glitter button.
You know, I think I want to do another of the buttons.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
right. It's eerie how well I did against Yan Wen.
Yeah. I see you've now emotionally attached yourself to not pressing the glitter button.
Well, you know, my favorite color happens to be blue, so.
Is that the case? I never would have guessed.
Really?
I was not being sarcastic. I literally never would have guessed. I would have guessed red.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I wear red for Sacramento, but all of my Renaissance clothing is either blue or black.
That's true. I should have factored that in. Wasn't it last year you wore a blue and yellow outfit?
That's right. I had my blue Pluderhosen with my blue doublet and yellow under doublet and blue cloak with gold silver.
It looks like we've got Rochelle up to the plate, but
What ring are you looking at?
all right. Wow, English. All right, we've got Rochelle and Paul readying for their fight. It seems like the only holdup is the judges at this point, discussing a little bit.
While we're waiting, what sponsors do we have?
That's a great question, Peter. Sponsoring this tournament, we've got the Noble Science Academy. I do believe they're the club putting on this tournament in the first place.
They are, and now we have some action. Rochelle and... All right, some probing action by Paul. Rochelle up 4 currently, going into that last engagement.
Now, unlike the Bronze Sword tournament, this is Rochelle's specialty.
That's true, and the Rapier tournament as well. So it is 4-1, and it looks like Rochelle may have landed a thrust. The judge seems to be indicating that it is an upper arm thrust, which would make it high priority.
For the uninitiated, Rochelle is the #1 women's longsword fencer in the world. So we're expecting to see some quality fencing on her part.
All right. Looks like there was another thrust. All right. Paul did make a low priority with High priority going to Paul.
It does look like that's going to be Rochelle's match.
It does, depending on the call here. All right. Well, looks like they have one more engagement.
There we go. What's the call on that? Will it matter? Probably not.
I mean, if Paul did not, it is 9-2 Rochelle. All right, they're doing one more exchange. I'm guessing the clock timer is not functioning at 100%.
You know, I'm not entirely certain what's going on with the clock there.
Okay, score is 6-2, and it looks like it's match Rochelle. They're hugging, they love each other, they're wandering off into the abyss.
Or not into the abyss.
Well, you
Might
know,
just sit on the sideline.
maybe. All right,
Who we got up next, I don't know.
we've got Hosea Paul Valdez versus Rochelle DeBolt.
But while we're waiting,
Visit Carson City.
visit Carson City. That's one of the sponsors of this tournament and of this stream. Carson City is a beautiful city. Got fantastic mountain views
Nice, wonderful climate.
and fantastic fencing tournaments.
Well, at least one of them.
No, two of them. There's Fraufect.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The premier West Coast women's fencing tournament.
All right, we've got Hoshe. Is that how you pronounce that name?
Maybe.
We've got a red fencer and Rochelle.
Ronan, are you low on blood sugar today?
A little bit.
All righty.
I could use a cookie. Anyway,
Thank you, Aeromancer.
we're starting with some initial play. I looked down at the chat for a moment. What was that exchange? Did you see it?
No, I was looking at the chat. But Rochelle,
I keep doing that too.
you know, it's probably the alcohol I consumed last night.
Oh,
What's
was it?
your excuse?
I'm just stupid. Anyway, that looked like another high priority strike for Rochelle.
Yeah. It'll take a moment for the score to update, and the scoreboard, and it is still 4-0, so there was nothing done. A flurry of Oberhaus. Not sure I saw anything that mattered, but
yeah, that did not look like a quality exchange, but Rochelle seems to have scored a point there.
yeah, and you know, it's hard to see everything on this camera angle. We don't see what the judges see. That does look like a expertly delivered thrust from Rochelle to. Did it land? Blue, high priority.
Blue high
Okay.
priority. So yes, it did land,
All
and
right.
that should get the
That's
match for
match,
Rochelle. Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Rochelle.
Next up, we got a Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy.
Flunky.
What?
Andrew Bradford.
Andrew Bradford versus Paul Maudsley. I hope I'm saying that name right. It's so difficult. I feel like a
I believe it is
a
Maudsley.
Starbucks employee right now.
Well, you don't look like one.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're not wearing an apron.
Sure. Okay. I guess
All
that
right,
makes sense,
match
Peter.
is on.
Now, in Andrew's honor, having spoken to him earlier, I am going to press the glitch. There we go.
Alrighty. In the match, Andrew versus Paul, nothing has been scored yet. There's some probing and circling by Paul. Andrew with his suspenders around his thighs as his style.
That seems to be the fashion trend for Andrew.
Yes, specifically. You know, I see them and I just kind of want to stab through them.
Yeah, right? I mean, it wouldn't do anything, but...
It wouldn't, but it would make you happy.
Right? I'm glad it's not just me who had this thought. Currently, the score is still 0-0, but it does look like Andrew just scored a low priority target.
Yeah.
Or high priority to the chest. Let's see. Yes, that's high priority.
All right. It could have been so. Ooh.
Oh, thrust to throat from Andrew to Paul.
Now, it did look like there may have been some contact. It was hard to see. They are checking in with each other. It is apparent that there is some confusion going on. That's all right. All right. We'll see what the outcome is momentarily when the score updates. Ooh.
Oh, I'm not entirely certain what happened there.
I'm not either, you know. Unfortunately,
Oh,
match red.
That's match red.
All right. Andrew took the win. You know, I have to say, Andrew is one of our newer fencers, only been in fencing for a few years, but he has taken to it like duck fat on fries.
How long has he been fencing?
Only a few years.
How long's a few years, Peter?
You know, I'm getting it wrong, but I feel like it's been at least 3.
I feel like he's been fencing the same amount of time as me, right? I've been at it 3 years.
That is the end of this pool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it isn't.
No, it isn't. Hold on.
Reset the comps.
I could have sworn there was more matches there.
One more match, because on deck is end of pool. All right, Andrew Bradford versus Rochelle DeBolt. Now, these two fight for the prize, the gold medal.
Is that true?
I think so. And Rochelle did take it, so there might be some blood that is bad between the two. Okay.
Blood, that is bad.
That's you heard me. Listen, I do not speak for a living.
Apparently, I do now. That looked like a double to me.
Marketable skill. Yes, that did look like
You've said this before, Peter, and then you immediately took it back. Do you want?
I don't remember taking it back.
Of course you don't. Man, you're old. Anyway.
You young son of a...
All right, we've got...
Andrew
Andrew taking a fall.
Andrew taking a dive, and not the one that earns Rochelle the victory, hopefully.
The score is still 4-0. Andrew is ahead.
Yeah, so we have possibly several doubles that have taken...
Oh, that looks like a double.
That could be. It did look like Rochelle had a better angle, but they did award it to Rochelle, so it is all tied up. It will come down to the CFI if there is no definitive victor.
Now, I do believe Rochelle might have the CFI advantage.
No? Well, she definitely has the point advantage.
Oh, that's right. 4-8.
It just came through. Oh, we have an attempted thrust. Rochelle, did she parry it? Was her riposte passé? It is...
False call there.
False call.
Nothing done. I saw the bend there.
All right.
That looks like a high priority thrust to me.
It is 8-8. All right.
We're going to fence it out one more time, apparently.
I think the timer is off by... All right.
That's cut to hands.
Cut to hand, yeah. All right, somebody's phone is loud.
Loud as hell.
And
I can hear it from across the table.
Match.
What a doofus. Anyway. Huh?
Nothing, I'm just fucking with you.
Only allowed one F word on air. This is a PG-13 stream.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, it is, Peter. So,
Gee, Willikers.
I gotta say, You've used up my one F word, and I was going to use that at the very end.
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to disappoint the Rat King.
Wow.
All right, that is
Wow.
the end of this pool. So we are going to see what kind of shenanigans are going on in Pool 2. Bring
The camera is not on.
You are right, and you are pressing the wrong buttons.
Your mother.
You know,
There we go.
yeah, and it looks like Joel is getting ready in red. And we have Paul Barrelett in blue. Now, these are some of my favorite people in HEMA. And I know I say that about a lot of them.
You do say that about a lot of them.
Well, gosh darn it, I'm a friendly guy.
That is
Daniel
true. You are
is,
known as being a friendly guy in the HEMA community.
Yeah, Daniel is behind us, kind of stalking us.
We might start throwing rocks at him. We don't know.
He might be here to shank Alec.
I sure hope so.
So you don't have to fight me later?
True. Yes.
Yes.
Alec just asked, so you don't have to fight me later, and I responded yes.
All right, a friendly hug before the match with Paul and Joel. Michael directing using his inside voice. That's a joke.
Oh,
Okay.
we saw an initial thrust to hand. I'm not sure if that landed.
High priority is what they awarded it as. So Joel did land a strike. And he's probing again.
You know, I got to be honest. I wouldn't have self-called that.
You know, Joel is fencing very cautiously here. But he did get a thrust to the mask, possibly cut.
Hold on. It seems that I'm in spot 11.
Congratulations. I'm sure I'm down near the bottom.
Where's Peter at?
All right, the score is 5-0 in favor of Joel. Joel from On Guard Fencing.
And where are you at, Alec?
You know, the people at home can't hear what Alec is saying, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to know mostly for myself.
Oh, wow.
People don't need yours except mine. Anyway, we're back to the match. Joel is ahead by a good couple
Joel
points.
has wrung himself out. All right. Joel currently at 6, Paul at 0.
I'm not sure about that call.
High priority to red, victory Joel.
All right.
All right. So, where was I in the standings, Alec?
28.
28 out of
41.
41. And I am not at the complete bottom yet, but there does seem to be one remaining pool that's fighting. Up now, we have Aaron Yang and Paul Barrelett. I've met Aaron once. I don't know much about him.
Yeah, me neither. I don't believe I've had much interaction with this fencer, but I do believe I've had the pleasure of fencing him before, and he's not half bad.
All right, he came in aggressive, covering his high line and thrusting in. It looks like they're going to award him a high priority. Press refresh all comps. All right, another aggressive move. All right. Call is red low and blue high priority. Call is on the board with.
Which one's down?
All righty. We're having some overlay issue. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but it doesn't matter.
That's right. And there was a unique exchange there, to be sure. And it is match red, 12-1. All right, we were just switching seats, so I have control of the buttons. I do have a little more experience pressing these buttons. We're going to focus back on ring 2 here. There does seem some deliberation. I'm not sure what's going on. All right. Okay, so it's Andrew Yang and Paul Barrelette. They are fencing together. Another aggressive initial engagement. I didn't see anything land, but advantage of the judges. All right. Paul up 1. Another clash.
Looks like Paul landed a thrust.
Paul definitely landed a thrust that lifted up Aaron's
Mask
back of the head
overlay.
protection. Mask overlay, so that's 5-0. Aaron is definitely an aggressive fencer, and that could have been a double.
Judges are deliberating.
Cut to low priority red. It looks like Paul's might have been passé. Oh, and we have thrust, solid thrust. Now this is the danger of closing in. As an aggressive fencer, you are at the mercy of your opponent. They have a skill or speed advantage. Now that cut was unique. I'm not sure if they're going to count it.
It did not look like there was any contact made to me. It looked like the swords just sheared right off of each other with no contact to the body.
However, they are awarding points to Paul. Again, we don't have the advantage that the judges do. Congratulations, Paul. And that is the end of pool. All right. So while we're waiting for the next set of fencers, let's talk about Castile Armory. Now, Alec, you have a Castile rapier, don't you?
I have several Castile, in fact.
You do have several Castile things. You have a Castile dagger, too.
2 daggers and a side sword.
2 daggers, a side sword, and a rapier.
Yes.
My goodness, are you a shill?
They make good stuff. That's all I can say.
They make fantastic. Sam and Lee in their office. Lee's the one that answers the phone. Sam is one of the owners, and I got to say, they are great people to work with.
Yes, and Sam is a lot of fun to fence as well.
Yes, that's what I've heard. You know, he's starting to come to more tournaments, and that's fantastic.
Luckily for us, we are in California, and Castile, I believe, is in Medford in Oregon, which is not too far.
That's true. Looks like they're getting set up for eliminations. Sure, I did not make it to the top 16.
Likewise.
Oh, and you too, huh?
Yeah. It's very tough competition out there.
Well, that's okay. You and I can make fun of the Rat King when he falls down.
I would laugh, but that is a serious possibility considering the flooring situation here.
You are not wrong. The floor is dusty.
Pools are over. Pool standings have
All
closed.
right.
In order, we have Jeremy Pace, Chandler Brown, Mitchell Allen.
They are now announcing the top fencers.
Andrew Bradford, Joel Overly, and Elliot Robinson. Now, that is only 10 people, and there's a reason for that.
Oh.
Let me explain. No, let me sum up. When there are ties in pools, we do sudden death matches to resolve
Oh,
those ties.
there are
We
some
have 3
ties.
two-way ties.
There are 3 two-way
So, there's gonna be a
ties.
tie-breaking match for 11th place with Volk and Ronan Richards. Between Paul Verley and Daniel Torres unfortunately, the rest of your name gets cut off, so I can't say your full name, Daniel. I apologize.
All right.
And
So
a tie-breaking match for 15th place between Sean Ellis and Daniel Putnam.
Rochelle and Ronan have to fight a sudden death match to break their tie to see who secures 11th place. Now, that does still guarantee the Rat King a spot, but the 12th or the 11th spot.
We'll have to see.
Right, and there are two other ties,
Please have all of my pool judges and
which is quite fantastic. You know, it just means they get a little bit more fight.
I'd like to use all 3 rings.
Exactly.
And they're going to use all 3 rings, so
This is sudden death.
where is the
Death
ticker?
is first scoring exchange, and what that means is if low, whoever's high wins.
All right.
Otherwise, it's clean.
This is sudden death.
Someone gets a point, match is over.
All right. While we're
What happened to the other judges? What happened to my judges? Andy, Huang, are you one of my pool judges? Get over here, please. Hey, John Yee, can I borrow you? You want to do some repping for me? Thank you. I know you're in the middle of something. You don't have to. I can do it, but
all right. So while they're setting up, let's talk about the HEMA Alliance. Now, the HEMA Alliance is a non-profit organization that helps clubs like yours, perhaps, to gain things like insurance at reasonable rates. They also have a variety of different resources that are available to members and clubs.
That's right, Peter. If you don't know, recently it's been very hard for many HEMA clubs to find good insurance. Many HEMA clubs have been dropped from their current insurance companies for unknown reasons.
Various reasons.
Yes, various reasons.
All right. So we have up here on our screen the match between Daniel Torres Danny versus Paul, and they're going for the first clean. Looks like that might have been Paul. I can see in the distance a lot of exchanges between Ronan and Rochelle. And it looks like Ronan might have taken it.
Yep,
All right.
that's what it looks like.
And it looks like Paul has taken his coveted spot. Now again, both fencers in of these matches are still guaranteed a spot in the elimination bracket. It is just to determine their seed space.
And it looks like Sean will be moving on.
Well, they're all moving on.
Oh, that's correct. I mean, he'll be taking the higher spot. That's what I meant to say.
So, congratulations to Ronan scoring a clean hit. He's very excited. He looks about ready to cry with hysterical tears of joy.
That means I fight.
We'll have to see. We'll have to look you up in the bracket, Ronan.
Yeah, you know, they're building the brackets now. So, let's see what we've got. Sports fans. We're having some back-end work done here, so there might be a slight disruption in. It's okay, because Alec is opening a bag of something, and it is crinkling in my ear. He is now being very cautious not to eat over the expensive equipment, and this play-by-play is brought to you by Kvetten Armory, makers of some of the best swords on the market. At least as far as I'm concerned, I love my arming sword from Kvetten. All righty. All right, Ronan is approaching the table. He's looking disgruntled. He might have to fight someone he does not think he can beat. Oh, this is going to be an interesting matchup. So, on our screen, we have Joel Overly of On Guard Fencing in the red versus Andrew Bradford of the Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy in blue. Now, it's always unfortunate when essentially sister clubs have to fence each other, but you know it's going to be a good match. Joel has been fencing for a number of years. And as I said earlier in this broadcast, Andrew has taken to fencing like duck fat on fries.
That sounds delicious.
It is delicious. All right, here's the initial exchange. Some probing by both. Shifting of positions. Judge standing in the way of the action.
Both fencers are trying to feel each other out. Like we
Right.
said, both fencers know each other fairly well.
Yeah, they're trying to provoke an action here. It's all very, very nice to see. All right, Joel taking the initiative. Is there contact on any of those strikes? I could not tell.
It was hard to tell from our angle. And judges did not award points for that.
All right, no points were awarded. All right, back to probing. And you know, there is something to be said for being a cautious probing. That does look like a double, both high priority targets. All right.
Oh,
Oh, and we have a collapse.
looks like Andrew and Joel got tangled in each other's swords.
You know, it happens.
Yeah,
Sometimes more often than we'd like to admit. Judges are deliberating.
Yeah.
All right. And points are awarded to Andrew. Deep target.
they must have given him for that thrust to the belly because that's where it looked like he got stuck.
It did look like it got stuck in his belly. Yep. All right. They are calling a low priority hit from Joel to Andrew. Another potential thrust. Hard to see if it was parried or not. Who is Andrew? No, that was awarded Joel. Couple fast exchanges. You'll notice these fencers are fighting at a little bit higher intensity. They are aware that blood is in the water.
Well, this is Eliminations, Peter.
It is. And at the moment, it is a mixture of Andrew and Joel blood. Okay. At low priority, it is tied up and it is end of time.
There cannot be ties in Eliminations, unfortunately, so they will have to settle with another bout.
Either
Or
that
clean fighter
or it goes
indicator.
into the clean fighter. And I believe it was going to clean fighter. Joel. Andrew. Which one of you took it? Who won?
It looks like Andrew won because his CFI score was higher, lower. How did they determine this?
It was a better ratio.
Better ratio.
Joel, however, putting up an amazing performance out there. He looks good with his mask off. Some fencers, you don't want them to take the mask off. Joel, I could look for at least half a day.
Yes, he is a very handsome man.
So while we're yakking, we're going to go to ring one, where we have Jeremy Pace and Daniel Putnam. All right. Once again, Jeremy Pace is one of the top-rated fencers in the world in Longsword, and he is doing quite well. In fact, it seems like I picked the right time. Jeremy has won. All right. Let's go to ring action. All right, we have Rochelle DeBolt and Michael Martin.
Interesting. Both fighters are from Noble Science Academy and know each other very well.
They do. Rochelle up by 2 points. All right, judges are deliberating. All right, points were awarded to Michael for a high priority. Fencers closing in, being nice and cautious. Looks like that could have been a double. Andy is calling a strike to the head, which would be a high priority. But I'm not sure if pointing the colored baton to
Andy's saying there was an afterblow.
acknowledging an afterblow, which would be... I don't know what's going on. That's fine. All right.
That looked like Michael got a one-handed strike to the head on Rochelle.
But I do think that Rochelle's attack might have hit first, so we'll have to see.
Yeah. That was a hard one to see when they were spinning around like that.
Yeah, sometimes fencers like to dance. All right, it looks like it came down to time with Michael Martin defeating Rochelle DeBolt. All righty. They are discussing the results with the judges, but we're going to head on down to ring 2, where Alec is having a snack. All right, we have Mitchell Allen versus Danny. Danny at this point, I think. All right, Mitchell is up 5. Daniel is at 0. All right. Here they come. They're approaching, nice and cautious. Looks like Danny just took a hit to the arm. Yep. All right. Oh, what could have been a thrust before the grapple.
I did not see a thrust. It looked like a feint that turned.
It was a thrust to upper opening. And it is match red.
Yeah.
I've known Danny for a number of years. He's a great fencer, but sometimes good fencers have bad days. We're going to hop over to ring 3, where our own Ronan Richards is about to face off against Yan Win.
This will be an interesting matchup.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know that they have. Ronan, of course, we all know, and loathe as the Rat King. And Yan Wen is just a damn good fencer. I do believe that Yan Wen has told me that he likes anime, which is his interesting factoid in his bio. Ronan being extra cautious. He has watched Yang Wen extend. Oh, we have a potential cut to chest from Yang Wen and a definite cut to arm from Ronan. Looks like they're awarding a point to Ronan. It's possible that the judges felt that the cut to torso was not good enough.
Or maybe out of tempo.
Well, the cut to torso happened first. All right. Probing. Ronan is letting himself be pushed around.
Yes, well, Yan Wen is a very aggressive fencer. When he moves in fast and hard.
Yeah, he does not do that to me.
Well, that is because you have just as much reach as him, Peter.
That's fair. So does Ronan, though.
Yeah.
However, Ronan does appear to be ahead at the moment, significantly. So Yan Wen could still pull this around, but Ronan has a commanding lead at the moment. It looks like Ronan is just doing awesome.
He's fencing very well right now.
All right. Low priority, high priority. Yan Wen at 0, Ronan at 7. Ronan is giving Yan Wen the slip.
But Ronan is very slippery. He is the Rat King after all.
Ooh. That could have been messy.
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't fence with sharps.
I am glad as well. I feel like fencing with sharps versus fencing with the blunted swords we use here is very... Fear of the sword is very hard to simulate in modern HEMA.
All right, and the final score is 7-1 in favor of our own Ronan Richards. Metal Factor, you might actually be proud of Ronan today. That was a very fun match to watch, and now we're going to ring 2, where fellow fencers are battling in of dominance of who is the better Pacific Northwest fencer, and it is Dasher.
No
right.
suspense there, Peter.
Well, you know, there really wasn't anything left for me to say about that. The match ended.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything going on in Ring 1? I can't see. Liberation. I'm going to switch over to that now. And we have Jeremy Pace against Andrew Bradford. Now, this will be a match to watch. Jeremy Pace, highly rated longsword fencer. Andrew Bradford is an up-and-coming show pony. And our own Ronan Richards just gave me a look of... All right, got some probing action. You know what? I don't think that's who's actually fencing right now. I'm going to refresh the comps.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, this is Sean Ellis and Chandler Brown. It looks like the Jeremy Pace and Andrew Bradford match is happening on Ring 3.
This fought at, I believe it was Battleborn 2022, and when Andrew was very new, and Andrew actually beat Jeremy in pools.
That's very true. It helped, certainly helped Andrew's confidence.
Yes.
All right. Chandler Brown has taken his match 8-0 against 9-0 against Sean. We are going to cut over to Ring 3 now, where Andrew and Jeremy are about to square off. And there they go. I've seen Andrew lately fence a lot more conservatively, and, you know, I think it's a good thing. All right, probing actions. Ooh. There was definitely a thrust.
Yes, I saw a blade bend.
There was definite blade bend on Andrew's blade, and I do believe it hit the arm, but it could have hit the upper arm. Crash. Jeremy is on top of Andrew. Okay. Nothing done. Oh, no, 4-4. Okay, it's all tied up. 2 high priorities. This is a very close match. Looks like there was a trade, perhaps.
Yeah, it looked doubly to me.
It was a double. Low priority double. All right. Both fencers acting very cautious. Initial attack from Jeremy. Looked like Andrew was able to parry it. I don't know if there was a quality riposte.
And Jeremy got awarded 4 points.
Jeremy got... No,
oh, they took it back.
They awarded it as a double.
Yep.
Okay. There
Ooh.
was another good thrust. Was there an afterblow time?
I did not see an afterblow. I definitely saw Andrew's blade bend.
Yes.
They said it was double.
They said it was a double. Okay. Well, we can't see everything.
No.
And Andrew is self-calling. Will it cost him the match? Okay, one more exchange, perhaps?
We have a ring out from Jeremy.
And a call of time, I heard. All right. They are resetting things. And it is match Jeremy. Andrew fought really well.
Yes, he did.
Andrew had some amazingly good thrusts, but I guess he didn't lock things out. All right. In ring 2, Tony has just and I don't have the information in front of me to tell who was who with that one. All right. Well, this has been a fast-paced eliminations, and we are getting close to the semifinals at this point, if we're not already there.
It looks like we are at semifinals.
We are now at semifinals. All right, and who do we have in the semifinals?
Looks like we have Michael Martin and Yan Wenju, Jeremy Pace, and Chandler Brown.
All righty. I thought Ronan beat me on one.
Huh. Let me reload.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was looking at the wrong scores.
Oh, my mistake. It's just updated. So we have Chandler Brown and Jeremy Pace and Tony Wong and Yan Wenju fighting in the semifinals.
Okay. Well then. I clearly did not watch the right son of a gun. Where is Ronan? Ronan?
I don't know.
I am apparently wrong. Where is Ronan?
He is over there in the
Okay.
middle of the tables.
All right. Looks like there is some minor discussion going on.
It looks like there is a discussion going on between Ronan and his opponent from his previous match.
Yeah, well, we don't have... Oops. What did I do? I can't work technology, apparently, unless it's audio-video nonsense. Sorry about the dead air, folks. We are just trying to make sure everything is loading correctly on our spreadsheets so we can tell you what's going on. Yes, I want to reload the latest version. It is not showing everything. Well, okay. So, we have updated. In the semifinals, we have Jeremy Pace and Tony Wong, Ronan Richards against Chandler Brown, and they're updating it again.
Oh, geez.
There is something going on. So while things are going on, let's talk about CHFG.
Who is CFG, Peter? Apologize for the moment, folks. We're trying to reload the spreadsheets, and they are giving us errors.
All right, CHFG, I apologize, are the makers of the Michael and the Gabriel gloves.
Oh, that's
These are
correct.
fantastic and much sought after.
We have a group chat. You guys are killing my group chat. They're dying. Probing stuff.
Apparently, Jeremy Pace's club is loving our ridiculous commentary.
I feel flattered.
I need a cold shower after that fight.
He says they need a cold shower after that fight. So, CHFG is a maker of fantastic gloves. You know, I have the Gabriels, and I love them.
Mitchell and Ronan to ring.
All right, so
And Ashel to ring 1.
we've got Chandler and Dashel,
Matches number semifinals.
Ronan, and someone needs to wake up a camera.
Apologize for the momentary disruption. All right, we have Ronan Richards versus Mitchell. Both fencers are probing each other. Looks like nothing was done in that exchange.
Does not appear so. All right, I'm keeping an eye on the scores for Dashel and Chandler. It looks like Dashel has cut Chandler in the torso. Ronan up 1 point. Low priority. Got another quick engagement. I do believe Mitchell has delivered a high priority target. Dashel Chandler match is 4-1 in Dashel's favor. And the score here is also 4-1. Now these are the last two matches before the semifinals. Judges deliberating. Mitchell scores a low priority point or a single point. All right. Looks like a cut to the mask by Mitchell.
One judge is saying it's a double.
They are calling, judges are calling is 2-8 in Dashel's favor. You know, I see Mitchell utilizing the slippery floor to his advantage. It's almost like he's ice skating.
Yes, he's adapting his footwork very well, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his shoes, and they do not appear to be very grippy. All right. Ronan also in low tread shoes. Scores 5-5. There's a lot of exchanges there. All right. 5-5. Judges threw out. Nice parry at the end by Ronan. Still 5-5.
Yep.
It looks like that was time. They are having some fun. I don't know what happened. Let's
pause for a moment and ask them.
Let's see what's going on in ring one. All right. So 9, Chandler's at 2. There does seem to be some discussion. Looks like some deliberating, and it looks like that was match. All righty. All right. It looks like Dashel took that match. All right. Some contention perhaps. All right. Let's find out what the hell happened.
It sounds like
in
Ronan
Ronan's
won.
match.
I just looked at the score.
You pimped it, man. You stole my... Ronan. Ronan.
Yeah?
Did you have a better CFI?
I did.
Okay. Ronan took that match with a better CFI. Otherwise, it was 5-5. So Ronan is actually not fencing like hot garbage today. So congratulations to Ronan. It is going to semifinal.
Yes, his next opponent's going to be Dashel Harrison.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun fight.
All right, semifinals beginning. Semifinals. It is double elimination. You will fight until you win twice or lose twice. CFI is still at play, so if you see advantage on your score on the scoreboard, that means you still will win ties. That only changes once we get to medals.
All right. First up, we'll have Jeremy, that's the wrong one. All right, so the matchups are Jeremy Pace and Tony Hong, and Ronan Richards and Dashiell Harrison. This should be fun. Ronan asked me after his victory, what the hell is happening? Why am I winning?
Harrison to ring one. We need Tony Hong and Jeremy Pace.
Alrighty. So we're actually going to go to ring one because it looks like they're setting up first. And it will be Jeremy Pace and Tony Hong. Should be a fun match. Jeremy Pace, of course, a highly rated longsword fencer. Tony, also fairly well accomplished.
Yes, I believe Tony is more of a rapier fencer, though.
Yes, but, the point in line still matters.
If you
That is true.
did not compete in open longsword, but you are competing in single life longsword, please be free.
All right.
We're going to do some check-in for anyone that did not compete in open. And get in your gear.
All right. Jeremy and Tony are getting ready for their fight. While they're getting ready, we're going to talk about Blade Fit. Blade Fit is a Vancouver, Washington club, and they also make some fantastic shields. The fight between Dashiell and Ronan is going on now. Since there's action, we're going to switch to it. All right. So far, score is 0-0. Wow.
Yep. Looks like Ronan landed a deep target.
Yes, and I would argue that Dashiell may have as well, but they are calling his a low priority target. Doing some gear repair mid-fight is always important. All right. Tony versus Jeremy on the other side. We're just going to pop over there for a second. Right? Jeremy is up 4 points. Another exchange. We're popping back to Ronan and Dashiell. Ooh, that was tasty.
They're saying a strike to the torso.
Did Dashiell's strike count for anything? I don't know. Yes, it did. It was a high priority, low priority.
Yep.
All right. There is some gear malfunction going on. So while that's being repaired, we're going to look at pool one or ring one. Tony going in with a thrust and popping Jeremy in the arm. Jeremy is up 5-1. All right, going back to ring two with Ronan and Dashiell. The score is 2-0. Looked like a decent cut to Ronan's torso.
I believe so, yes.
That will be a deep target. The question is, was there an afterblow? I did not see one. All right. Nothing was awarded.
They may have said the strike was flat.
They may have said the strike was flat. Going back, I kind of see it. All right, Ronan with a cut to the head. My goodness, Ronan is on his way to fight. Ronan's at 6. 8 seconds on the clock. What a clash. All right, in the other match, we have 9-1 in Jeremy Pace's favor. A flurry of blows from Tony. All looked like they were parried.
Yes.
All right. Score is Dashiell 4. Ronan still at 6.
And Nathan McBride.
All right. Oh,
Ooh.
we have a pop. Was there another hit?
Judges are deliberating.
Judges are deliberating.
Seems to be no agreement.
It does seem that they are both acknowledging that there was a cut. I believe they called red high priority. And that would be match red. My
That's Ronan.
goodness. All right, looking on the other side, I believe Jeremy Tony. Unfortunately, I did miss the score.
Out of
Why is Ronan winning so much?
What happened?
You won.
Yeah, but like, where am I?
You have another semifinal match.
Okay. Where am I at? What?
Yeah, if Ronan wins a second match, he is fighting for gold.
Yes, that's how the double elimination works.
Who the crap is he fighting?
I believe if we look at this.
That would be who he's fencing.
Yep. Answered for us.
All right, so we've got in ring one fighting first for who goes to gold will be Ronan Richards and Jeremy Pace. Now, Ronan still has a chance of fighting for gold if he loses this match, because the winner of the cheer that we're going to show you while we're waiting is between Dashel and Ronan, and the winner of this match will fight the loser of the Jeremy and Ronan match. All right. They are being very cautious. All right. Looks like an initial engagement. And Jeremy. We've got some good exchange. Nothing done. Ronan adapting a high guard, transitioning to a low. A call of hold was made due to Ronan's wardrobe malfunction. All right. The floor has been cleared. The false start has been leading with Vomtog going into Grata Forsetsen. All right. Now he's kind of hanging out in a flugy Grata Forsetsen. Ronan also hanging out in that same position. What did the judges see? Nothing.
Wow.
Perhaps a double. No.
There we go.
No. Ronan.
Yeah. And Ronan is approaching his opponent. It looks like there was no agreement among the
Ronan
fencers.
probably disagreed with the call.
Yeah.
But he's going to verify. Ronan has grown quite a bit and is becoming quite the honorable gentleman. It is now, again, 0-0. A circling is happening. This is a very intense match for not... Although I do think Jeremy is going to be awarded some points. Red, high priority, I believe is the call.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Still very low scoring here at ring 2.
It is very low scoring. Dashel currently in the lead with 2 points. Tony at 1 point. All right, in our Jeremy versus Ronan match, there's a lot of decent exchanges going on in this match. All right, it looks like Dashel may have won his engagement against Tony. There's a match against Tony. All right, and match red. So Ronan has one more fight. Wait, who knows what's going on? I cert don't.
Yes, there's been lots of delays and...
Okay, so they are continuing the match. It was not a victory. That was a false proclamation. Okay, Ronan receiving a cut to the arm. I do think Jeremy has it. I am guessing neither was happy with that original exchange. It is still match red. And Ronan still has more fight. I will remind you that is one more fight in the semifinals, which earns Ronan sparkles.
How appropriate.
Yes, it is his favorite button to press, right after mine.
I thought your favorite color was blue, Peter.
My favorite color is blue, but this does not scream Ronan.
It's definitely not Ronan's vibe.
That is not Ronan's vibe. So, Ronan is fighting for a medal. The question is, will it be gold or will it be bronze? We will find out in Ring 2 right now. Well, as soon as they start. Come on. Refresh. There we go. All right. Dashiell Harrison against Ronan Richards. Revenge. Ronan going to win. Stay tuned.
If I remember correctly, their last match was very close.
No, I don't remember it as close. I remember it as almost a shutout, but I have been wrong before. All right. They're looking at each other. Ronan's pacing. He's curtsying. All right. Dashiell being very cautious.
Yeah, after his last fight with Ronan, he's learning that he can't just rush in and on him.
Right. And after, going against Tony, who is quite tall, he's definitely showing a lot of caution. He wants to be in that gold match against Jeremy Pace.
People know how hard it is to close on taller opponents. It is not easy to do.
I don't know what you're talking about. Literally. I don't fight taller people than me generally. All right. Dashiell up 1 point. Looks like it was a double with high priority to Dashiell. And now we have another exchange. Judges deliberating exact location. Low. It looks like another point for Dashiell. Jeremy Pace in the background watching who he will have to fight for gold. All right, being very cautious. Ronan attempting to control the center. Dashiell closing and striking in. Did it. They're calling no exchange. All righty. Ronan doing the stuttering. Tap, tap, tap. Dashiell charging in time. They're saying blue struck leg, possibly Ronan struck head. So it's going to be 1 point for Ronan in a double. That was a train wreck.
Yes, it was.
However, they are calling red high. All right, now we are at 2-2 with nothing on the clock. I don't know what happened.
I believe they went to clean fighter indicator again.
Okay. Ronan is fighting for gold. He is shocked and possibly appalled. All right. Andrew, who was standing in Ronan's corner, is grinning from ear to ear. He looks like a proud father. If we're here, he would have the same grin that Andrew has on his face. Ronan is still in disbelief. Ronan already giving up his match, saying, fuck it, I'm taking silver. This is now an R-rated broadcast.
Yep, there goes the monetization.
All right, lots of in the chat. Emmett says, Ronan, I'm so proud. Mitchell is talking to Ronan right now, probably giving him some pointers. You know, it's always great in HEMA. A lot of fencers, when they lose, they root for the person who defeated them. Everyone who beat me is already out, so I am SOL.
Same here.
All right. Chat, you having fun? I'm having fun. Andrew is grinning from ear to ear. Proud father. His son Ronan. They're not actually related. So, mentioning that clean fencing wins matches, right? Several times in this tournament, this longsword tournament, we have seen clean fencers being awarded the victory. Wakusi Armory is a sponsor of this tournament here, Battleborn 4. And I have to tell you, they make some of the best HEMA gear on the market right now. Their masks are very important and very coveted as prizes. Also brought to you by Pete's, Small Sword Pete's that is, Quality Meats. Follow Small Sword Pete on Facebook, search Small Sword Pete, and you know, every single person in this tournament is fighting over Pete's meat. I am talking in the third person.
Yes, I am definitely jealous of whoever gets to try your copa.
It's not copa.
Oh, what'd you make this time, Peter?
It is a Spanish-style lomo, which is a... crap, I've lost my words. It is a Spanish-style dried cured meat, pork loin, that has been crusted and cured with paprika and garlic.
That does sound muy delicioso.
Yes, and you know what would be provided? Smoked meats and brined olives. But I didn't smoke any cheese this year.
Brined olives. You let me know next time. I might be able to make that happen.
Well, you know, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I think we need some Alec olives.
Well, not my, but my parents.
Shh. All right. Also, this tournament is also brought to you by by Oxen Plow. They make some fantastic HEMA swag. And, you know, I gotta say, I love their rash guards. And we can't forget Woodsong Herbs. You know, go to their website. They have all sorts of great product. All right. I am kind of thirsty after talking, so I'm going to take a swig of whatever is in this bottle.
Go right ahead. You've been doing most of the talking, Peter.
You know, my students have told me that I love the sound of my voice. Thank you, Courtney, for your comment. I agree. Though I've never tried them, apparently I do make delicious lion's mane mushrooms.
Can't argue with that.
Well, I can't either. I haven't tried them.
You need to make more, my friend.
So, being me, I don't discriminate against my friends. If I like you and you don't eat meat, I find a way to give you something delicious.
Speaking of stuff that's delicious, it appears Ronan just received a gift of food from Isaac, our good friend Isaac Humber.
He did?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. All right. Pardon me for that. This broadcast is brought to you by the Historical Fencing Network and Tyrant Industries, HEMA Bookshelf. Tyrant Industries and HEMA Bookshelf are great places to go for resources on HEMA. Tyrant Industries in particular, Richard Marsden writes some fantastic books. Does reproductions of actual manuscripts. They are both great places to go. Okay, so the finals are going to happen a little later. And right now they are getting ready for the single life longsword tournament. Where is that? A live stream for that, so we're going to keep it here. They are going to, looks like, run exclusively in Ring 3.
Yes, for folks tuning in, this is going to run more or less the same as the Single Life Broadsword tournament, which was broadcast yesterday.
All right. And we don't have a spreadsheet for that, so we are actually going to clear this. All right. And we'll just have to go by feel on who's actually fencing. All right. While we're waiting, let's talk about Fraufect.
Yes.
The West Coast Premier Women's Tournament. It is a weapons on multiple days, and it is happening Labor Day weekend. I'll be there, not fencing.
Yes, because it's a women's only tournament.
That's right. And I am not. But I will be here supporting my fellow fencers and aiding in the live stream. Because I apparently enjoy this craziness. While nothing's going on, we're going to pop over to Ring 2 where Alex Laslavic and Danny are just having some jolly good fun. Yeah. You know, it is, tournaments are a great time for pickup fights when nothing else is going on. And honestly, it's fun. Now, both of these fencers are wearing gear from another one of our sponsors, Spes Historical Fencing Gear. We jacket, and Alex in the officer's jacket, and that, I believe, is the 800 Newton officer jacket.
Fencers, find
All right.
your partner and hang out with them until your match is called. Chandler and Nathan,
All right.
Tony and
We
Julia.
are going back to Ring 3
Mark and Jonathan E.
because they are about to start these shenanigans.
Andrew and Stephen W. Paul and Antonio, Elliot and Jared, Rochelle and Austin, Paul B. and Mark Olson, Daniel and Oliver, I think that's what it says, John and Sawyer, Jack and Stephen O, Ryan and Aaron, Amelia and Kayla, Patrick and Paul, Alan and Alex. These are based on how well you did in longsword pools. If you didn't compete in longsword pools, you just got shoved at the bottom of the list.
All right. Maybe they're not going in Ring 3. They might be going in Ring 2 or Ring 1. There's Ring 2. There's certainly a crowd in Ring 1. They might be fighting in Ring 1. We might have to get someone with a broom to shoo all these people away from the camera.
We need judges for this. All right, we got one. Awesome, thank you. I don't know who I'm supposed to catch. You got that in.
All right. Well,
It appears they are using all three rings.
it appears they're using all 3 rings, so we're going to bounce around like a Super Bowl. Apparently my humor is lost on Alec,
That went right over my head, Peter.
just like all of my attacks.
That is true. Luckily for me.
Short King. Oh, sorry, let me boost that up. There you go. Rim shot. All right, Peter is amusing himself immensely. Peter is also going to go around and deal with the cameras. Talk about Purple Heart.
All right, well, Peter is momentarily leaving to go adjust the camera since we have a bunch of people in the way currently. One of our sponsors for this event is Purple Heart Armory. Purple Heart is like a go-to source for many HEMA gear. They sell protective gear, weapons, HEMA accessories, pretty much anything you need when you're just starting out, you can find at Purple Art.
So fencers are already paired up. You guys will just simply like line up in pairs to go up to a ring. There is no table, there's no score.
Thank you, Emmett. We're trying our best.
1 point, right? So just after your match, come tell me who won. And we're gonna do it that way.
So, just to be clear, for sitting alive, you get hit, you die as if it would be a scoring hit. It's flat and fine, right? Whatever. But struck, whether it's double afterglow, doesn't matter, you're out. If you ring out, you're dead. If it goes to time, you're dead. Okay? So, yeah, it is. Yeah, and as normal, only scoring exchange. If your opponent pushes you out, you just refight the exchange. It's just normal ring out rules.
Right now, they are explaining the rules for this event, or like single life broadsword. Once you are defeated, you're out. It's a single elimination, like it says.
Results to a ring, and then come to me and tell me who won.
All right, we're over here at ring 3. First match is about to begin. Apologize, but we do not currently have the table data for this match. Switching over to ring 2 here. We have our next group. We have Alex Slavic and Fetzer. Forgive me, I cannot remember your name, but you are from Kumbrogi. So apologies to the folks in the stream. We are currently dealing with a camera issue, so that is why we are not able to display the fighters on the stream right now. We do not have a spreadsheet to pull from, and that's where we are getting the scores from. So we're basically running this more or less in real time blind. We are just looking over at our table and seeing what's going on here. All right, here we are at ring 1. It appears ring 3 is now open. They resolved a technical issue. Okay, we have Chandler Brown in red, and his opponent both. Oh, that looked messy. Chandler took a pretty heavy hit to the head, just removing his mask. Appears he got struck right in the temple. Hope he's okay. While Chandler's getting checked out, I think we'll switch over to the other ring.
Report your fights to Mike Martin. I'm going to do a medical assessment.
Here we have Steven and Jack. Steven is in the red puff. It's really hard to tell who wins these. Like I said, we do not have the scores in the spreadsheet, so it is really hard for us to hear from where we are who wins these exchanges. We are just waiting while they tally up the scores from the first set of matches.
All right. Yep. So just keeping the chat updated, they are doing the single life longsword tournament or moving on to the finals. Now, yesterday, they postponed the rapier and the broadsword finals. So we will be doing all the final matches here at the end, and we'll see how it runs. Yeah, currently it is the single elimination. And there has been a little bit of controversy. It looks like a fencer may have taken a hard hit. There is perhaps some protocol, possibly concussive protocol going on, and they're checking him out.
Yes, for folks who were just tuning in and didn't see earlier, Chandler Brown received a pretty heavy strike to the head, and they're checking him for concussion.
It does happen. It can happen, and we try to generally do our best to make sure it doesn't happen. But this is a violent sport.
Yes, and here at Noble Science, they take safety very seriously at their tournament. There have been no major injuries that I'm aware of to date at this tournament so far.
That's true. Alrighty. So while we are waiting, speaking of the hosts of this tournament, Noble Science Academy, is running around like like someone who is way too busy.
You know what that's like, Peter.
I do know what that's like, Alec.
Yes. You have many hobbies, obligations, and stuff that keep
Yes,
you busy.
and most of them revolve around fencing.
Yes, but not all of them.
That's true.
I believe you're also gotten into the...
That's about fencing.
Good point.
Because for those of you who aren't aware, when I am eating snacks at tournament, it is often my own dry-cured meat nowadays, and that is largely in part due to the fact that I used to buy it. And I was never happy with the quantity that I got. So I decided, why not start making... I could probably talk for a long time about that, but I'm not going to bore everyone. You can find me on Facebook at Small Sword Pete. It's quality meats. Check me out on Facebook. Hit me up if you have any questions. I am by no means an expert, but I do have a lot of fun. And looks like we're getting ready for the second round.
All right, we have a number of survivors. All different. So, new pairs, find your partners. We got Tony and Jonathan. We got Yonwin and Dashel. We got Andrew and Joel. Elliot and Rochelle. Paul Beverly and Daniel. Sawyer and Jack. Aaron and Amelia. Patrick and Alan.
All right.
Find your partner and let's go on round two.
All right. They're starting round two. That'll move pretty quickly. And we, because I have control, are going to watch the match between Joel and Andrew. Andrew, of course, from Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy, and Joel from On Guard Fencing. We really are very close to each other school-wise, only about an hour and a half on a good day. And we often go to each other's events and support each other at events where we are there together.
That's true. The NorCal HEMA community is very tight-knit.
And accepting and open.
Yes, I would say so from my experience. Very positive energy from this group.
Well, we let you join, Shorty. All right. Both fencers here are being very cautious. This is a single life tournament, which means if you die,
Joel's
you
waving
are
that
out.
away.
Joel is waving off. He's saying it was no good. Judges appear to be ignoring him at the moment. Andrew also talking to the judges. It looks like they may have both waved off their called strikes. We have an exchange. Bury it in time. I'm guessing not, because Joel is celebrating
Yep.
in a way that only Joel does. Quietly. All right. And I don't see anyone else fighting at the moment. Oh, there we go. I was wrong. I wasn't looking straight ahead.
That's right.
These do. All right. And we have two fencers who are... Oh, there we go. And that's the end of that. Looks like the fencer in maroon. Yep, I think it was the fencer in maroon that got that hit, didn't he?
Yep, Sawyer, I believe his name is.
Ah. And looking across the room, it looks like we have Jonathan Ying and Tony Hong over on ring 1.
Hard to see what's going on here with Tony's back towards the camera.
That's actually Jonathan Ying. And people look alike, Alec.
That was not a comment.
I'm just kidding. He couldn't tell because they're both in black.
Now that's a stereotype right there. HEMA fencers all wearing all black.
Well, you know, looking across the field, there are a lot of people in black jackets and black pants.
Yes.
I'm not sure who won that engagement, but it does look like Tony is all smiles, which not that surprising, is it?
Yes, he's often smiling a lot.
It will be Jonathan versus Dashiell, Joel versus Elliott, Paul versus Sawyer, and Aaron versus Allen.
All right, the matches have been called. There are only 6 matches. Or am I counting wrong? Was there 5 or 6? You weren't counting at all, were you?
Yeah, no, I was not counting how many there were in that last one. But they will be decreasing with each round.
Oh, indeed. Well, it looks like in ring 2, we're going to have our good buddy Joel against my good buddy and bread maker, might I add, delicious bread maker, Elliott.
Sounds like you both have a lot in common, Peter. You enjoyed fencing and good food.
This is true, and we both have ties to the Pacific Northwest.
That's right. You're from Portland originally.
I am, and that is currently where Elliott lives. Now, he is from the Bay adjacent area. So, oh, nice hand snipe by Joel. So it looks like Joel is taking that match.
Yep.
Well done. Very clean. Yes, so we both have connections in California and Portland. Only redhead, and I am an ogre. All right, now we have another matchup. Sporting some Leo Kelly Gay Pluterhosen. Oh. Now, was it a double?
That's what the judges appear to think. Although Jeremy has some questions.
Yeah. Yes, he does. They are deliberating. Was the fence successful? Was it a double? No, looks like it. All right, they're refighting. You know, I might be biased, but I'm kind of rooting for the guy in Pseudohosen.
How could you not? They look fabulous.
They do. And, you know, they are a sponsor of this tournament here. Judges are deliberating. Waiting, anticipating. All right, they're refighting.
I'm pretty sure I saw a clear strike on the arm to red.
It looks like they're calling a double. Michael is saying, maybe not. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate reality when we don't have spreadsheets to pull the scores from.
But, you know, in this kind of simple tournament, it's not so bad.
Yes, it's supposed to be very fast-paced and quick like this.
Well, that, and it's... Okay, we're at the final two.
Doubles in the quarterfinals, which means that the last Joel Overly and Sawyer are still never gotten to be them.
All right, Joel and Sawyer are the last surviving fencers. They are fighting for first place.
Now there must be a winner, which means that if you double out, we will have to refight the match. However, there are certain caveats to this, certain special rules. If it's a double and one of them is a clear afterblow after the initial lands, the person who lands the initial strike wins. Okay, that's the one difference now between the normal rules.
All right, this is going to be a close match,
This is the
folks.
last one.
All right, as this last match starts, remember to like and subscribe. We're on YouTube and Facebook at Historical Fencing Network. All right. Very cautious, circling around. I don't know much about Sawyer. I do know a lot about Joel as far as fencing goes.
Yeah, I believe Sawyer's a newer fencer from what I heard.
All right. Oh, now, did that connect?
Joel's
Joel
wavy.
is saying he did nothing. Did Sawyer connect? Looks like they may be awarding it to Sawyer. All right.
That's Sawyer Freedom, the first place winner of Single Life Longsword.
All right, Sawyer is victorious.
But Sawyer,
And the peasants are rejoicing.
Sawyer, how long is it that you've been back to fencing longsword? 4 months. 4 months.
Sawyer said he's only been fencing
Well, he came
4
back
months.
to fencing 4 months ago.
4 months. Yeah, my mistake. He came back
We're
to
going
fencing 4 months ago.
semifinals. We're going to start with Rapier.
Okay. We are going to end this stream.
Bronze and then gold. These matches are best of 3.
We are going to end this stream and start the finals stream.